Hello, hello. Hi, guys.
Hi,
Let's see
Jennifer.
what's
Jan.
in here. Tiffany with Canadian Family Life. Jen, Simply Jan Homestead. Beth with BNS Odyssey. Jennifer Ocean Homestead. Awesome. We thought we'd start just a few minutes early because we're going to end a few minutes early to make sure we get over to Jan's. So we thought, well, we'll start a little early and then that way, maybe we'll get around a full hour, a little closer to it anyway. So I talked my husband into getting me this gnome, the one in the middle. Well, I didn't really talk him into it. They had it at Walmart, and I was with my stepdaughter, and we were just looking at the fall, and Halloween stuff over there. And I just picked it up and was holding it kind of like a baby, and I just walked over to him because he was in a different part. I was just holding it like this, and he looks up at me, goes, I didn't even ask or anything. He just said, throw it in the cart. So he didn't even put up a fight. Hello, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Welcome in. Thank you guys who shared this on your community tab. We appreciate it very much.
Yes.
So we just got a few little odds and ends we're going to talk about today. So Heather and I from Milk and Honey Heritage Farms decided to do a soup collab, but we didn't want to do it in October because, I'll still have Fall Fest going on then. So I said, well, how about November? Because it's starting to cool off then, and that's when people are wanting to start doing soups when it starts getting cold outside. Hello, Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. How are you?
Hi, Rebecca.
So we're going to do a Cozy Fall Soup collab, and we're going to call it Cozy Fall Soup 24 because I have actually done this 2 other years. I don't remember exactly which years I did it, but I know I didn't do it last year. So anyway, Heather and I are going to do that. So if you're interested in joining the Cozy Fall Soup collaboration, if you'll email me or Heather, we'll set you up for a date in November. We still have about 12 spots to fill. And of course, if we get more than we need, we can always double some people up. Hello, Flash Ministries. Karen, welcome in. And Troy Sutton. Hello.
Hi.
So Fall Fest 24 has begun. The end date for the videos is unofficially Sunday. But anyone, I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. Anyone who wants to still join, I'm going to give all the way up to next Friday to put their video out. So if you're still interested in joining, you still can. We did include Canada. All the people for Canada can comment on that one video, and one person's going to win all the prizes that were donated. So that'll be a pretty good win.
How many is that now? How many prizes will that be now?
I think we're at about 7 or 8. No, it would be 8. And 8. I think it's about 8 prizes right now.
That's still a very awesome giveaway.
Yeah. One of the channels in Fall Fest this year donated $100 prize for the grand prize winner. Can you believe that? I'm not going to tell you what channel it is. You have to watch them all to find out. But there's some pretty good ones. There's some that do 25, some that do 50, some that do 100, and some that do some really cool homemade presents as well. So that person that wins the grand prize winner is going to they're just going to get a ton of gifts. So far, we have 26 videos out. There are still some videos due to come out. Hello, the Bud Files. Welcome in. And I did link the playlist for Fall Fest 24 giveaway in the description box of this live. So you can go down and watch all those videos. Be sure to put in their keyword, secret word, secret phrase, or answer the question in the video because if they pull up your name and you didn't put in their secret word, which could be like fall or scarecrow or whatever, then yours isn't going to get picked because you didn't put in the secret word. So please be sure to put the secret word in on the Fall Fest videos. Hello, Ginger with Not For Nothing Homestead, and Tina from Rainy Ridge. Welcome in.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome,
So,
everyone.
like I said, Fall Fest 24 giveaway playlist is on my channel, but it's also linked in this video. And what do you got going on, Linda?
Well, we're working on the fall garden. I can't wait because I just had Orion put together 4 raised beds for me and put the black landscape fabric down, and we hauled logs today and put inside those beds. And I mean, it was hot outside here. So,
Yeah, it's pretty hot here. It actually slowed down. I mean, it kind of cooled down into the 70s, but it's in the 80s right now.
Yeah.
But
we had 90s, I think, at one point today, and it was just too hot.
We had about 3 days of rain. Welcome in, Dennis Bigfoot and Butler Family Farm.
Yeah, we thought we were going to get thunderstorms, but they just blew barely to the north of us, and then
that's what everybody else was complaining about. Even people who were in Texas were getting flooding, but we weren't. We were in drought. Like I have 2 different shorts. One's of drought and a couple are of rain, and they're not even in the right order because I had them scheduled. So I was like, ooh, yeah, drought's kind of irrelevant now because we've had days and days of rain. Yeah. Hello, Ariella. What did you plant in your fall garden?
I haven't planted anything yet. I'm just getting mine. I planted butternut squash and tomatoes and peppers late in my greenhouse. And I have tons of butternut squash. So I'm going to have a lot of that. I'm getting quite a few peppers now. And the tomatoes, I don't know. I've struggled with the tomatoes this year I struggled with them outside though.
Yeah. So. I planted zucchini, butternut squash, kale, lettuce, and some flowers. So I have a few areas. And of course, Jan sent me a massive amount of garlic. So I planted that in 3 different areas. I had already done 2, but this morning I raked a section where I had a vine borer, and I went ahead and put the garlic because I'm hoping the garlic will run off the vine borers. Hello, Nancy with Our Treasured Home.
And Karen said she has to go cook dinner. So,
okay. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you. So that's what I ended up planting. I felt a little gypped from the vine borers and the squash bugs this year. This year was my worst bug year ever. I swear I probably got introduced to every single bug there is known to man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Butler Family Farm. We appreciate that. We appreciate that very much. So that's what we got going on. What else I have? Does anyone have any plans for fall? Like one of the things I plan to do in the fall and winter is I want to research some problems I had in the garden, do some research, and then put out a video to hopefully help others with that same problem. That's one of the things I wanted to do. Also, I wanted to try to get back to doing some more soap making. There is a Soaping September collab put out by Mountain Grandma and Lisa from Yogi Hollow Farm. So if anybody's interested in that, it could be any kind of soap, the cold process, hot process. I don't know if that's what it's called. Anyway, both processes, melt and pour, anything. It could be liquid soap or whatever. But I want to get back to some soap making.
I'd like to do that. I've never done it, and I'd love to do it.
Yeah, I want to get back to that. It took me a while to gather all the stuff together, but Heather, plans for fall, so many. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet your head is just spinning from all the things she thinks of that she wants to do. I know I want to do some soup recipes. I signed up for 2 dates for the Cozy Fall Soup myself, but the goal is to do 3 so that I'll have 1 extra in case someone gets sick, because that's kind of like a pretty common time of year to get sick. So, but if you're interested in joining the Cozy Fall Soup collab, email Heather or me, either one, and we'll set you up with a date. We have a calendar for that. What's everybody having for dinner tonight? What are you having, Linda?
I have barbecue chicken thighs going right now in the oven. So that's we're gonna have barbecue chicken thighs and macaroni and cheese and probably a cucumber salad.
That sounds really good. We're going to have breakfast burritos. We were going to have it last night, but I had a little bit of a tummy ache, so we didn't end up having it. So we're going to have breakfast burritos, and I'm going to put bacon and eggs and cheese, and I'm actually going to like caramelize some onion to put in there. So it should be really good. Yeah. So right when I finish this live, I'll start working on that. And then I whipped up a batch of cupcakes, so we'll have that to eat on this weekend. And I actually put olive oil in the cupcakes to make them just a little bit healthier.
So I think fall is a busy time for a lot of us because it's the time we have to get ready for winter for all the animals, make sure that all the animals are going to be taken care of, that you have enough hay for the winter.
Yes.
And feed stored up and shelter all the way it should be and straw, all those things, you know.
Yes. Yeah, I always try to make a nice cozy place for the kitty cats because we do have some outside cats, so they'll have somewhere to go and get warm and stay dry, you know, and stuff like that. So
I want to get some of those self-heating cat beds. Have you seen those?
Mm-mm.
And what it is, the way they're designed is that their body heat, it traps their body heat and it radiates it back to them. So I thought I'd put like 5 or 6 of them in the garage for the winter, and the kitties that have a warm place to lay, that because all the cats except for one is outside cat, you know. So
Mona did what? Yeah, we had to end up moving Dawson outdoors because he was having some potty issues. So Dawson and Miley are both in the backyard. Miley was put in the backyard for the same reason. Well, at least now she has some company outside. So, but right now we just have Bright inside, but he's an indoor outdoor cat. He goes in and out, and he's become a lot more snuggly since his sister Curly Sue had passed away. So yeah, and speaking of that, I wanted to test this whole video clip thing. So bear with me for a second. Linda, if you'll like talk for a few minutes, I'm going to see if I could pull up this little video. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm just going to kind of test it out.
So what is everybody else doing this fall to get ready for winter? Leave a comment so that I have something to talk about. I know for me, I'm working on a goat enclosure, having Orion work on a goat enclosure for me. My goats chewed up my chicken coop that I had spent hours building years ago, and they just chewed it up. So now I'm having to have him go in and just keep the roof, keep the posts, tear down the floor.
Carissa, what are you doing? Carissa, what are you doing, girl?
Did you see a clip? Did it work?
Yeah, it worked. It worked.
It worked? Okay. That's it. That's all I was trying to do. I was trying to test to see if I could do a clip. So that is my sister-in-law, Niecy, which is freehandly made, and my cat, Curly Sue, that passed away. I wanted to test this video clip thing and just see if I could get it to work. Sorry. This is like right in the middle of you talking, but I was like, well, let's see if this works. I just wanted to test it. So if I wanted to do an intro or something at the beginning, I just wanted to test it. So if you download the video and then put it over there in your brand section under video clip and you hit the plus sign, it'll put a little video. So I've seen other people do it. I just want to test it, but you don't even have to hit present. You could just go over there and click it and boom, you're done. That worked. Test work.
Yeah.
That's
Somebody was asking how, I can't find the comment. I don't remember who it was. Anyway, congratulations on getting 29,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And I know I've grown fast, but I was talking to my husband, talking to my son, and the strange thing is a lot of my subscribers ended up being from, I think I'm a novelty in another country. And yeah, I mean, honestly, they probably see this older blonde-haired woman out there building a cabin in a cave and think I'm a novelty, because that's where a lot of the subscribers, I mean, they just grew and grew and grew and grew and grew.
That's crazy.
And
hello, Sean, with less.
I know they don't understand my jokes, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, they get me over there in that other country, but they don't.
Say, what she said?
They don't get me here so well. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the only, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful, but it doesn't help with the watch hours. And I was more concerned about watch hours than subscribers. So I'm still working on that.
One thing, you get something else. I actually started going backwards. I got the 1-year curse reached, the Broken Hearts Ministry. The hours that were always going forward, once I hit that 1 year, started to scoot back. However, I did get them started going back forward. But
I had, like I said, Gail, I had lost like 12
even when you're level 1 monetized, still, if you haven't reached level 2 yet, you're still going to lose hours. And I don't know, I'm just going to have to work my butt off, but I am going to move the Broken Hearts Ministry live to Thursday afternoons, because I don't want to have to do 2 lives on Friday, since I was invited to do this Friday night spot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm grateful for them. I truly am. I'm so grateful for my subscribers.
That's awesome, Ariella. That's great. Everybody's reaching all these cool milestones.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for everybody. And Broken Hearts Ministry reached 1K the other day through the Fall Fest giveaway, guys. Woohoo! So that happened. I think I've gotten about 50 new subscribers from Fall Fest for Broken Hearts Ministry. So I'm really excited about that. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to mention the Ozark meetup. I'm going to be co-hosting the Ozark meetup next year. It's going to be in June. It's going to be from June 6th through the 8th. And that's where I met Linda last year, was at the Ozark meetup. The first time I met Linda was at the Ozark meetup last year.
Yep.
So I'm going to be co-hosting this year. We are going to do the meetup at Palm de Terre Lake. Hubby and I will be staying in one of the RV spots now that we have the Palomino camper. That's also what we're going to stay in at Pinecone Fest. So the Ozark meetup is in Missouri. So if anyone needs information about that, if you're in Missouri or near Missouri, if you're interested in going to the oh, thank you, Mona. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. We are going to continue. Heather and I are going to continue to do the Secret of My Success lives twice a month. They'll just be scheduled ahead of time. Our very next guest is going to be Linda over here, sitting on her little 29K computer. So we're going to ask her, we're going to dig in and see what we can. about how did she reach 29,000? What? I'm so happy for her. That's awesome. I'm sorry, Linda's gonna get too big for me over here. She's gonna be like,
No,
I'm
never. I'm not that way. So
I know you're not. I'm just teasing. But yeah, it was a fun meetup. Hubby and I are going to be at Pinecone Fest, and we are going to be co-hosting the Ozark meetup next year. So I'll be looking for some cool little gifts to give away at the Ozark meetup. But Pinecone Fest is not going to do any giveaways this year. That's what I heard. Is that right, Angie? That's the way I heard it. From her dad, that the Pinecone Fest is not going to be doing a giveaway. And I didn't really necessarily want to win anything. I just wanted to give something away, but they're not going to do that this year, is what I heard. So we'll have to save all our goodies for the Ozark meetup, I suppose. But yeah, Mom wanted to do it. Hello, Karen. Yes, if you type Dolphin in the chat, it will drop your link. Hello, Musgrave Family Farm. Let's see. So tonight, I am going to be, part of the normal Friday Night Live. And I'm going to be starting at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time every Friday. Right after me is going to be Simply Jan Homestead at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. 7 o'clock is Rambling with the Brums with Scott. And 8 o'clock is Making It Home. So that is the Friday night lineup. What kind of things do you have that you're preserving right now, Linda? You got anything going on with that?
I don't yet. I have done some dehydrating. I don't think I'm going to can too much this year because I still have so much left from last year. And I'd rather just get that stuff used up, and I don't have the space for it. I built a room in the garage where I refrigerate it and keep my stuff in there, but I just don't have the room for it. So
yeah, sorry, I have itchy nose. My allergies are bothering me today. Didn't really do too much in the garden. I just raked that one little small section and put some garlic. So that's my third planting of garlic. I'm hoping the garlic will run away some of the bugs. But I have some tomatoes. I planted the Mariana tomatoes from the Survival Seed Challenge that the Vineyard Chicks was doing. And I got 4 plants out of that. And I planted basil right down the middle, Italian basil and dark purple basil. And that managed to protect all of my Mariana tomatoes. And I have 1 bag in the freezer. And then we've managed to use up all the rest. So.
Well,
to find some way to.
So are you getting any fruit on them yet? On your tomatoes, your fall tomatoes?
I've already, I didn't plant any just for fall. I've already harvested
all your tomatoes.
Everything. When the bugs started getting really bad, I harvested everything. And then because I felt a little bit gypped from all the bugs, taking everything, I decided to do a fall garden this year. And Jen was like, "Oh, I'm ready to put everything away." I'm like, I feel a little gypped from the bugs this year. So that's the only reason I decided to do the fall garden, just to see. And I wanted to test it. I did not protect my squash with anything. There's no marigolds. There's no basil. There's nothing. I just want to see in my test if everything will be okay, because I planted it in August.
Yeah.
Instead of like March. And we'll see what happens. So
yeah, and that's what I was wondering, because I can't tell if I don't have.
We're doing a dual stream, Angie.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's because my squash is in the hoop house, or because the squash outside, even with the marigolds, I still ended up with some bugs. But the squash inside, I haven't had any bugs. So I don't know if it's because that's a later squash that I planted, or if it was because it's in the hoop house. sides are up on, I mean, it still gets circulation and air, and bugs can easily get in there. So I'm just not sure. So it may be a planning later trick for squash.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying it out. This is my first time to do anything. And I'm not planting normal brassicas like people do. I just wanted to see if I could get a second batch of squash. So I planted my 2 favorites. If I do get it, I planted them in the planter because the planter was open and free, right? It was just available. Hello, Brums family. Welcome in.
Hi.
So planted them in the planter. I don't know how big they'll get because that planter, it doesn't have a ton of room for root growth. So I don't know how big they'll get in there, but that's the available space I had. I didn't want to put it anywhere where there had been serious vine borers or serious squash bugs. However, I did decide to give the little bugs a surprise for next year and plant garlic everywhere. So they're gonna wake up and be like, "Oh, it stinks over here. Let's go over to someone else's garden."
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Lip balm, calendula, sage, volunteer. Yeah, I just got through watching your garden tour yesterday, or kind of like end garden tour. Jan just put out a video saying no more gardening, and then now she's talking about fall seeds. What?
I got to tell you something funny. I called her today to tell her about a wasp sting that I received, and she was laughing at me. And a few minutes later, she calls me back. I just went out and got stung.
I heard that story. I heard that story from Jan. And you know what happened? I went out, y'all inspired me. So I went outside and I said, we've got all this rain. Let me go out and do a little garden tour of my little bit of fall stuff that I have. Yep. And I was out there and I was filming in one little area, and I'd stopped to point and talk, and something flew and hit my back in the video. I think it might have been a June bug. I'm not real sure, but it was like clunk. And you could see the camera, do something. So I decided I was going to stop it right there and put in a little sound effect. But I was kind of freaking out because I could feel it touching my back during the video. I wasn't in the video, but you could hear my reaction in the video. It was funny. Yeah. It was so funny. But yeah. I was worried it was a bee on me because of what y'all both got bit in the same day. And I was thinking, wouldn't that be weird if I got bit by a bee the same day they did? And that's what I was thinking when that was on my back. I was like, something's going to bite me too.
Yeah.
I believe it's one of those June bugs because they've been everywhere.
They've been everywhere.
Yeah. Like, do June bugs bite? I don't think they do.
No. I don't think so.
They're very annoying, and they're all like, just
those red wasps are so aggressive this year.
Yeah, we have we had one on the front. He took care of that. We had one on the back, and we had one over there. And they're just everywhere. I mean, you move them or you get rid of them, and sure enough, they show up in another place. They're very annoying. They're very, very annoying. They don't bite, they sting. Well, yeah, you're right. He said they don't bite, they sting. You're right. That's what they do. They sting. But June bugs, yeah, I was like, do they bite? I don't know. I don't think they do, but they're very annoying. They freak me out anyway.
When I was a kid, they used to come in our bedroom all the time because you'd leave your window open because we never had air conditioning. And they'd come in and be by the light, and all night long you'd hear these June bugs flying around. And
I don't know if I can sleep like that. Oh boy. The wasp, they make that their nest. What is that stuff made out of?
I have no clue.
Somebody in the chat answer that question for me. It's one of those, what is that stuff?
I think it's saliva and something else that they mix with their saliva, but I don't know what. how they do.
What is the wasp nest stuff made out of? That little.
Yeah, it's called a paper wasp.
Like a cone, and then it's got the little holes that they go in. I guess they go in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never inspected it. Rim's family. Good question.
Somebody can look it up. It's probably some kind of a protein or an enzyme they produce or something, I would think.
Yeah, I was just wondering. I just thought of that the other day, and I was like, wonder what that stuff is made out of. Jen says spit.
Yeah.
Oh. Heather says icky stuff. Oh.
It burns like paper. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it like one of those things you can put in to start your fire, maybe? That's one thing I've been meaning to do, too. So I have one of those go bags or bug out bag, go bag, emergency bag, whatever you want to call it. I have one of those, and I've updated it. And I've been wanting to take that out of the place that it sits and bring it in, unload it, and show everything that's in there.
Yeah, that's
I haven't done that in a while, but I have one. Hubby says his hunting bag or his deer hunting bag is his bag because it has all the stuff.
All the stuff in it. You know what I do for my fire starter all the time? I take either paper towels or cotton balls when I want to empty out my wax melt container thing. When you do the Sensies and the wax melts, I just dip them in that, and then I stick them in a plastic bag and save them for fire starter. And then it takes that out, and I can put fresh wax melt in my container.
I've heard dryer lint can be used for fire starter.
Yeah.
You could just get yourself a Ziploc bag and just stuff it full of dryer lint and stick that in your go bag. And people would look at you like, what? But it's true. It's flammable.
Yes, it's very flammable.
I've watched a lot of those. Oh, he said, okay, Karen said it's chewed up wood fiber. That makes
sense. Because then it's paper.
Kind of hard. So I guess it's, it is spit. That is the right answer. But it's spit with wood, which would make sense as to why it's so hard.
Yeah, I mean, and that's exactly what paper is made out of, not spit, but the pulp of the wood, and then so it's, makes sense.
Oh, according to Siri. Okay, you asked Siri. I thought, oh, she's really smart. Look there. She's smart enough to ask Siri. There you go. On post often. I do see them on post often. Yeah. Yeah. We have had, every time we pull one down, another one comes up. So they're insistent to stay here for whatever reason.
Yeah, they're just really thick this year.
Pine cone sticked and wax. Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, they do fall apart with water.
Mm-hmm.
There was a
woman
was saying that you can take a cup with just a little bit of gasoline in it and stick it over the wasp nest, and every one of those will drop into that gasoline almost instantly and can't swarm.
What?
Yeah. He said, then you don't have to worry about them. It just kills them instantly.
Huh.
So just a little tiny bit of gasoline in the bottom. It's the fumes that kill them almost instantly. Yeah. I'm scared to try it, though. I don't like to get that close.
That'd be like, hubby, give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Yeah, go ahead. Honey, try this for me.
Adrian said it's their own paper mache.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That makes more sense than spit. Yeah, because spit wouldn't be hard enough.
Yeah.
But spit mixed with chewed up wood, that would be hard enough.
Yeah.
So Heather was right.
It is icky stuff.
Yeah, icky stuff. Icky, chewed up stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's
spam.
that ring sounds just like an old-fashioned phone, you know, like
I had it turned off, I thought, but it's spam. Hey Siri, shut my phone down.
Just to confirm.
need a good cup. Yeah, a good sturdy cup. Otherwise, yeah, it'll probably take the cup apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Good.
see.
Good
What?
evening.
Gasoline and diesel. Oh my gosh. Have you guys seen Ariella Viking Venture and Victuals video? It just went up yesterday. Her fall.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yesterday. It's funny. There's some good videos. You guys really stepped up your game on the Fall Fest videos this year. The costumes, the humor, the animation.
Hilarious. Some of them are just hilarious.
Linda over here with the jokes. Hello, almost a green acre. So yeah, you guys did a really good job on those.
I have dad jokes.
And we still have more videos to come. More videos to come. So keep checking the bottom of that playlist all the way through next Friday. And that'll be the official end date. Anybody that asks me, you know, after that will be done. Because otherwise it won't be long enough to really help them, you know. So I don't want them to waste their time, I guess.
Producing a video?
Yeah, because you could see, you know, but I think you guys all did a really good job on your video. Yeah, the videos are fun to watch. Yeah, my hubby put in quite a bit of time on his, but he had a whole camera crew. I was the cameraman. My daughter held the cue cards and did some of the videoing. So I mean, he had a whole crew. Ariella wrote a whole script with hers, and Linda over here wrote jokes. Of course, the loose faucet came out, dressed up like a scarecrow. Sassy Southern NC girl dressed up like a scarecrow. Luann, oh my gosh, Luann with Blackberry Rock Homestead. Her video was hilarious, guys. It was cracking me up. I mean, that girl's a nut. That's all I got to say. Yeah, so really awesome.
That's what I'm going to be doing this weekend is watching the videos that I haven't watched yet because they're fun.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Heather got out I'm going to call it a banjo. I don't know if it was a banjo.
I saw that. It was great.
She dressed up in her fall skirt that she made. And she had makeup on. That's something new for her. And she sang a little and played the banjo. I would call it the banjo. Yeah. That was cute. Made up a little song. So Heather is the only one to sing in her video this year, I think. Thank you for coming, Rims family. And I hope you'll go to the Fall Fest video for Canada and sign up to win some prizes. There is a video that says Canada only on it. Go by and, you know, sign up yourself to see if you can win some prizes. Not a whole bunch of comments on that channel because it's only for Canada. So you have a really good chance of winning a prize there. Ukulele. The ukulele. Banjo. Yeah, I guess a banjo. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Please sign up. Yeah. Yeah. I want all you guys to sign up. The participation this year decides if we're going to do it next year. So let's see how many people get signed up. And basically how I'm going to decide if they're actually from Canada. They were supposed to answer where they were from. So I'm only going to write down the names of the ones who put where they were from.
Yeah.
I'm only going to write those channel names down or put them on. I don't know if I'm going to write them down and put them in a hat or put them on a wheel. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but pretty much it's just going to be the channels who put their city. So I haven't gone back to see how many there are right now, but there's a pretty good chance you guys could win on that channel. Did you realize that your Fall Fest video says 2025? Mine does? It probably does. I don't know. Not Heather, Adrian, I would not at all be surprised. I would not be surprised if I put 2025 on it.
That's what Jan and I were talking about, how well you multitask because you've got this all going on. I said, I don't know how she does it.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny because if I stop to paint the bathroom, watch a movie, watch something with hubby, it's already been a whole hour before. I think the longest I went was 2 hours. But one person put out their video like toward the beginning, and I just found it. So I've been sharing that person over and over again. Pretty much been going in there every day. If the person's got less than 100 views on their video, I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it from all 3 channels. And if you look at my community tab, it looks like Fall Fest, Fall Fest, Fall Fest. I mean, when I said share, 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 I am not just talking out one side and the other. I actually am sharing all over the place. So
That's awesome.
I have shared everybody probably multiple times. I want to make sure everybody gets a full amount. And the more people who share it, the more communities that we enter with this. And we want you guys to enter. We want you to try to win these prizes. You know, there's some good prizes, man. A lot of people give out gift cards. Some of them make
that's what I'm doing, is a gift card.
Cool blankets, and we've had, crocheted hats and seeds. I mean, tons of really cool stuff. Yeah. So, yeah. Tiffany, I think you're the one channel that might get away with it because I know you're in Canada. I mean, it's right there in your channel name. How could anyone forget? So, yeah. But yeah, for the channels I don't know they're specifically in Canada, I'm going to look at their about page, and everything. And I'm going to basically go through each, at some point with my multitasking, I'm going to go through and actually make sure everybody's from Canada. Susan's video will be, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I have a book. When I did my Broken Hearts Ministry video, I did it way before the other because I knew I wasn't going to do that one in costume. So that one's just straightforward reading the paper thing too. So it's okay. I can't be interesting twice. I can only be interesting once. And I didn't make jokes. Now, I just was wearing a costume while doing boringly what I would have been doing anyway. My only interesting part was the costume.
I loved your costume. I
worked on it really hard.
So cute.
I was going around stores trying to find orange makeup to put on my nose because I was convinced. I seen some people do it with black, but I really, really wanted the orange for my nose.
Yeah.
And I may end up wearing that costume if I have anything else, like handing out candy to the kids or something. I'll probably put that little costume on to wear for them. So.
Yeah.
My entire community page is Fall Fest. Thank you, Jan. Yeah, as you watch, you share. Yeah, and that's one thing I do. Like when I very first get their videos, I go to both channels and put it in the playlist first. Then I share from both channels, but I'm only watching it from Broken Hearts Ministry this year and leaving a comment. That way I don't get confused. Yeah. So I said all the comments are from Broken Hearts Ministry. That also associates that channel with the giveaway too. So for the people who, everybody should have put together that I'm the same person, but thank you. Yeah. Some cool costumes. Yeah, definitely try to go by and win some prizes, guys. The playlist link is in the description box of this video. It's also listed under Fall Fest 24 official on Gail Southern Living and Broken Hearts Ministry. So you can go by and watch the videos one by one, put in their secret word, and a lot of the channels are giving out semi-finalist prizes, but not all of them. But even if they're not giving away a prize, they can still send you on to win the grand prize winner. And, you know, I know there's at least another 5 or 6 videos that are due to come out. It was around 40, Tiffany. Too many names. Too many names. I mean, I know all the names, but... Oh, your nose was hilarious, Ariella. That was...
Yeah, I gotta go watch that.
Yeah, that was a good one. She had a whole skit. She had the most extensive skit with hers. She had a whole paper. She must have took some time just writing all that out. Yeah, she did. Lots of laughter, lots of animation, and just, you guys are awesome. You did a great job. And it all started with Heather, because Heather goes, you ought to ask people to put a scarecrow in their video. So my scarecrow from the backyard had started falling apart because it was kind of just pieced together, you know, and stuffed with things. And after being rained on a while, it just started to break down. Yeah. I said, you know what? I'm going to dress up to be the scarecrow, and then I don't have to worry about my broken down scarecrow in the backyard. So catch up on the videos. Yeah, some good ones. Yeah, Ariel wins for best skit. Yeah, I know. I should totally try to do that next year. Awards for each thing. Best animation, best song, best skit.
It'll be like the YouTube Grammy or Emmy Awards or whatever.
Yeah, that would be cool. You know, if you had enough prizes donated for that. Yeah. I've had a couple of prizes donated for the channels who are sharing. So I will pick one day to sit down and go through the channels to see who's actively sharing. And we'll have to, keep sharing to keep
share.
Yeah, share. We'll have to keep sharing every day to keep it going. But yeah, I've noticed a lot of these people are coming from the crochet community. So that's why we're getting a lot of comments from the crochet community. Once it kind of gets out in their community, it goes crazy for your channel. Yeah. And, people that normally wouldn't comment will comment because they know their comment is their entry. So they know they got to comment. So even if you don't want to join as a collaborator, just go by and comment on the videos.
Yeah.
And meet some new friends, because there's a lot of cool channels out there.
There really are. I would check on the channel to make sure I was subscribed.
Yeah.
And some of them are really awesome.
Yeah, there's some good people. I've met some good people this year. I really have. And that's even if I weren't getting any channel growth out of it, which I am getting some channel growth out of it for Gail Southern Living, but it's not as much as the first year.
Yeah.
For me but it was quite a bit for Broken Hearts Ministry, because I did join it last year, but it was a smaller channel at that point. So I think as I've gotten to be a bigger channel, I've gotten more views and more new friends to my channel. But that's why I want them to follow from the playlist instead of the hashtag, because if you go to the hashtag, you'll see some bigger channels listed. Whereas if you go to the playlist, it lists them in the order in which the videos came, not in the order of their channel size. Whereas YouTube on the when you just pull up the hashtag, it'll pull up the bigger channels first and then go down from there. If you look, you'll see that. That is true. And somebody actually misquoted me and said, I was putting water like, oh, no, 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 no. I did not do that. Somebody said that. Somebody quoted me as saying that I was putting the channels as the bigger channels first.
Oh.
No, I did not do that, guys. No way. If anything, I would probably go the opposite direction. As you can see,
so that the smaller channels have that opportunity.
Right. So, ooh, yeah. Somebody actually quoted me that way. I was like, no, don't.
Yeah.
I wasn't in that chat when she said that. I listened to the replay and I was like, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
That's the only thing about someone else talking about stuff. They could misquote you. Hello, Backwoods Misfit. How are you?
I just think it's so important too that we support the small channels, because there's some channels. I mean, there's been some channels that I've seen that had like 100 subscribers that should have thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers, and yet they don't, because it's just they're not being pushed out, and
see what Jan said. They obviously don't know you, because if I was to put them in order, which I would never do, I would start small and go down.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
The reason I continue to do it is to help the smaller channels.
Yeah.
That's why I do it. I do it to meet new people and to help
those smaller channels.
That's not just me talking out one side and out the other, but I really, really
want to help
live the way I've mentored other small channels. I've helped small channels. I've shouted out small channels. I mean, I've always been for the underdog the whole time on YouTube.
Yep.
So for me to be misquoted as to being partial to big channels, well, Jan knows that's the opposite. That's the opposite.
I think we all know that.
Yeah.
I think
no, don't say that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Gail.
Helping to grow. Yeah, and it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. I've grown channels that have gone way past further than me. So it's just one of those things, Hello, Michael's Adventures. And that's one of the things I like to talk about sometimes. Let me check the time. Okay, we got 12 minutes. Okay. What was I going to say?
We have 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Yeah, because you wanted to stop 5 minutes early, right?
Yeah. Well, mine says 5:48. Is that what your actual time says?
Yeah, it says 5:48, and then 7 minutes would be 5:55.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we want to stop at 5:55.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say now. Just about jealousy. Everybody on YouTube struggles with jealousy, even if they don't talk about it. But it's not Christian-like to be jealous of others. We should be happy for others. If someone gets a new car and you're driving a beat-up car that's been beat down by hell, that's me. You're happy for them, because that's their journey. That's where they're at in their life. Jealousy is not of God, and we all have to pray to keep that jealousy at bay over possessions and, status on YouTube or in life in general. We all got to keep that at bay.
And constantly try to lift everybody up.
Yes. And if your friend has a bigger channel than you, guess what? She can help you more. If that's the only positive thing you can think of, that's a great thing. Hello, follow the Bradleys. How are you? So just think of it that way. If your smaller your friends with smaller channels can help you because they are not subscribed to as many channels as you, and they have more time to watch you.
Exactly.
Right? And the bigger channels have more of a viewing. So when they shout you out or do something for you, it pulls more weight. So we need to just love people no matter what their channel size is or what kind of car they drive or
Exactly, because people are not your channel.
People, yeah.
You're not your channel.
Yeah,
Your
exactly.
channel's about you, but you're not your channel.
Yeah, and people, you just got to love each other, celebrate each other's wins and losses, and encourage each other, and just be happy for your friends. You know, sometimes it's very painful to hear, and but sometimes YouTube is about dynamic personalities, and sometimes maybe your personality isn't the most dynamic personality, and unfortunately, like me, I'm kind of like a you know you either like me or you hate me kind of person. Like some people like me. Some days I'm funny, some days I'm not funny, some days I'm serious. But if you really, really know me, I'm actually a total cut up all the time. I'm always making jokes. But if I'm not comfortable with you, I'm probably not making jokes because I'm nervous. So
That's me. I'm probably not making jokes. If I can make jokes if I'm not paying attention to the camera.
yeah,
And that's how I am. It's like,
I know.
I'm not a dynamic personality. I have to, but the good news is for me and for everybody, you can always practice in the mirror. I get up and I practice in the mirror
Mm-hmm.
so that I can be that. Hi, I'm Linda. Welcome to my channel. And so
it takes time.
It takes time. And
I was on your channel today and noticed that this is your 10th live.
Yeah.
And I tell you, if you're not, feeling so dynamic after you've done 300 of these suckers, you'll be there. Because in the very beginning, I used to be like, and take a deep breath before I started and hit that live button every single time I did that. But I don't have to do that anymore. I can just boop, start.
Yeah, I think there's something about looking at yourself talking as you're talking, and seeing somebody else there. I think that has something.
It's just watching it back. Like say if I'm playing a live where I was with Heather and I'm in there, I'm on the live, but I'm playing it from her channel to help her. Well, I go by and hear my voice. I'm like, oh, I don't know how anybody listens to me. Redneck voice. I'm like, oh, I have so much trouble editing my videos because I just don't like the sound of my voice. Hello, Pete Pablo, 1999. Welcome in.
I think I like the editing the best. I have a difficult time being a videographer, an editor, and a worker. And so when I'm working to try to get shots, I wish I had a videographer.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
I wish I had somebody just to film all the time.
And Linda, while we're at it, can we have someone to do our hair and makeup too? Come on.
Yeah, I need somebody to come and do my hair and makeup, especially when I'm sweating.
You call them up. They're there. You're done.
Your nose needs powder. Yeah.
Powder my nose for me.
I just sweat from my brow.
Sorry. I had to make that joke, but yeah, hair and makeup, videographer. I'm just guys. But, yeah, a whole camera crew and someone to edit and put in the little extras things,
Yeah.
There's my phone and my video editor probably does way more than I can make it do. Like sometimes my husband uses the same video editor. He'll pull out stuff and I'll be like, how'd you do that? You know, and just like today, I was like, I really want to put a sound effect on that part where I get freaked out by the bug. So
Yeah.
I went in there digging around, looking, and I found something that sounded all, creepy kind of sound and put that little effect in there. But I kind of turned the volume down because I didn't want it to terrify everyone. But maybe I should have left it loud because it would have been funnier. But anyway,
Well,
I haven't finished it yet, but
I am going to build me a new computer for streaming, a streaming computer, and I'm going to build it. And I have a little 14-year-old tech that's telling me what parts to get.
oh yeah, wow.
And I'm going to build it.
One of those little microphones, how
Yeah.
Nicole Smith gardening walks around with her little microphone in the garden. I want to have one of those little microphones.
Oh.
She's videoing herself, and I don't know how she does all that. Like, what? How does she hold the camera? And
I don't know how some of the people hold the camera,
the microphone. I
smile and do the things they do.
One day I wasn't actually film my cooking video without showing myself. It was my Mexican cornbread video, and it was harder to do because I wasn't feeling good that day, and I was just like. And then I go on to my dashboard today, and sure enough, some music from that video hit it on the copyright. I was like,
oh no.
And I was just like, take the song out. Wherever it is, let it just be silent. So I was like, man, all those views I've gotten on it already, that's going to count. I was so mad. I was like,
yeah. Well,
I think it's about that time, guys. Go over to Simply Jan Homestead and check out her live. She will be live in about 3 minutes, guys. Go over and say hi to Simply Jan Homestead, and we'll see you over there. Thank you guys for coming out today. Thank you, Linda, for coming up. And thank you guys all for coming out and hanging out with us today.
It was fun. Thank you.
Said, oh, no, did she stay too long? Hurry up, Jen, hurry up. Get over there. Get over there. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hi, Robin. Hi and goodbye. Go to Jan. We'll see you there. Bye, guys. See you over at Jan's.